Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in a state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Ghetto, run, keep going on, less process. For children of Israel who really love rights. So just say I and I say watch a man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I she never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down, war cry. Fight down. Nixie Rastafari. War righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
And we love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Save all people.
And we love Jah. We love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
We love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Save all people.
Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I say, watch a man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and fight,
Fight down war and fight.
Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah,
Jah Rastafari. We live on.
and we love Jah, Jah. Me love Jah,
Jah Rastafari.
me love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all.
Me love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
Jah Rastafari.
Jah Rastafari.
Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink.
Genius or overreach? Good morning and welcome to Playing God. The 5 barley loaves on the 2 small fishes fed a whole multitude and leave enough crumbs to feed again. Good morning and welcome. We have become the multitude, and Lady Jesus is here to feed us with a single fish. What a calamity this morning, globalists. Morning, everybody. Like and share the live, please. The daughter of the murderer is teaching us many things in the kitchen. We, though, wants to invite her this morning to teach us some moral things, like not to let your little toddler sit on just about any man's lap. That's what we want the senator to teach us. Is it a coincidence that while we are reeling from the devastation of Melissa, while the government is imposing tax on us in the mud and gore, is it a coincidence that a government senator, the daughter of a murderer, is coming out to tell us, not your thighs, ban your belly, stretch one fish longer? Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, globalists all, good morning. Owonodo, welcome. A stormy Monday morning. Sherry Golden Campbell, bright. The unstoppable one, Miss Jam Uptown, good morning. Debbie Jervis, Steve V, good morning. Jamrock 8766, Colleen, George Beckford, Charlotte Grime, Lawrence Michaels, Laverne, Barbara Simpson, Lynette Jenkins, good morning. Sophia Hall, good morning. Miranda Ruddock, good morning. Lady Bug, Wayne Evans, Shauna Smith, long time no see you, Shauna. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Sherry Golden say, we're going to leave Sherry Golden for a little bit. We're going to leave Sherry Golden for a little bit. Oh, no, do everybody like and share the live for us, please. we're going to rub out Damian Crawford first. We're going to rub out Damian Crawford first. Violet Watson, good morning. We are going to rub out Damian Crawford this man. I'm going to call Damian Crawford now. Because I no longer trust Damian Crawford. I will become a staunch opposition to Damian Crawford bid to run the People's National Party. And I'll tell you why. Damian more and more. Damian Crawford more and more is turning out to be a power hungry, in my view, not in yours, in my view, a power hungry narcissist. A power hungry narcissist. I'm going to call Damian Crawford for you know. Come for rub out Damian this morning, you know. This global TV here, this is a promise, Damian Crawford. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, all you do. Damian Crawford, this is a promise. This is one of your staunch opposition in relation to becoming leader of the People's National Party. Not that you know have certain qualification to be a leader, you know. My problem is the power hunger, is the narcissistic behavior. Because, Damian, we are watching, you know, when you did in a Senate, you were the room. And you got your way into the representative. Because when you did that Senate, you couldn't get into any leadership competition. The easy jerk, all you do. That wouldn't put you in the frame of the leadership bid for the party. And you were in the Senate, and you work your way. You make sure you do the work to convince us, put you in the representative. But Damian, me not trust you already. Ashani Marcus, morning. Me don't trust you already. Every time Damian Crawford get in front of the mic, Damian Crawford remind us that he wants to lead the People's National Party. Why Damian can't wait till him time come? Why Damian think God anointed him to lead the People's National Party? Damian, me not really see the unity from you right now, because in the PAAC galang in Damian, if it now work good, when you're in an organization, when you're a part of something, that's why I like to stand alone. When you're a part of something, you stay and try to help fix it. You don't jump out and say, it now work, and I know them something there. Don't show say you is a teamwork, Damian. You're hooked and drunk and power. You are hooked and drunk and power. And I'm suggesting to the people, it's not a good sign. People that are power hunger, people that are power crazy, people that are power driven, and we have a plain example of Andrew Holness at the moment. When they get to power, their only concern is to protect and maintain power. Damian is showing the signs of Andrew Holness. Damian Crawford is telling us, I am the anointed leader for the for the People's National Party. Damian, I told you here before, in the 2020 debacle, Damian Crawford was a Lisa Hannah Rights. Yes, he was. And these Lisa Hannah-rites, with the idiot Lisa with her machete where she planned to chop way up, they never get over the fact that their darling Lisa Hannah, well, we're not entering pageantry, we're running a country. Damien, me not trust you. Damien, you have shown the signs. You are showing the sign, Damien, that you will become a Andrew Holness on steroid. Everybody know me not trust Peter Bunting for a morning. So let me say this right here and right now. When the competition come, two people may support. One of the doctors is either Daz or Campbell. Is either Daz or Campbell. And let me tell you why. Campbell, after 2020, worked single-handedly to bring back the People's National Party to 28 seats in Parliament. Single-handedly, he did it. Now, Dr. Dawes is showing leadership quality. Dr. Dawes is showing the stick-to-itiveness. You understand? Dr. Dawes is showing that it is the people that comes first here, not my quest for power. Damian Crawford, you narcissistic bastard. Fed up on you. Me live, me will call you back when me done. Damien is becoming like that narcissistic bastard we have at the moment. Now, Dr. Dawes has kept the same theme from campaign to present. Dr. Dawes has kept the same theme from campaign to present. How much I remember say we elect uno? How much I uno in the PNP? Remember say we elect uno. We gave you power. We put you in the millionaire salary bracket PNP. How much I know since I get elected on the 3rd of September remembers that or is showing that. You know, me kind of give Dayton Campbell a little leeway right now. Dayton Campbell hand is full. Dayton Campbell is doing what the people elected him to do, represent them. He's tied up in Westmoreland. That's the only reason why I'm not being hard on Dr. Campbell. You know, notice fan Damien coming out as a representative. Damien sound like him don't have a voice anymore. You all notice how toned down Damien Crawford is. And Damien Crawford want to become leader. Damien Crawford is enforcing it upon us that you must elect me. I'm the one who God has anointed to lead the People's National Party. Damien, you are not trustworthy. It is my humble submission, Damien Crawford. You are not trustworthy. You are becoming a capitalist.
Yeah, man, no, I'm never pressure. Volunteer because we wanted efficiency and the committee. I was not in agreement with the way that the committee was being organized, and I thought that it would have led to high levels of inefficiency if that disagreement continued. So it was a volunteer for the benefit of the party and for the benefit of the committee. Is no dispute, because we don't necessarily see eye to eye on one thing, don't mean that there's a dispute. Myself and Comrade Bunting worked very well in the Senate at a different level. So it's just that this particular committee, we felt that there was a level of inefficiency because we were at odds of how we thought it should have been. managed. But there's no dispute. I'm still a spokesperson on education, and I still have a voice that is able to speak on any particular issue. As I said, we wanted to ensure efficiency on the thing, and I've indicated that.
You still have a voice, you said, to speak on any other particular issue, as well as you are still the spokesman on education. Why the fuck are you so quiet then? All our school them across the country pop down, with children them gone back to school in a hickle to pickle, with children them get abused in a the cold front by academic heads where they. Damien is very quiet. Damien is very quiet on the tax issue because to say the poor people them we are struggling to send them children at school now. Tax are going to hit all of them people there. We're going to make it worse. But all Damien can tell we, I'm going to be, I tell you, say you're going to become leader of the party one day, you know. Damian Crawford, if you intend to become leader of the party, this issue with the PAC, it is something that you should deploy your leadership quality. Because if you want to aspire to leader Paul Johnson, how you do? The best time, Damian Crawford, to show your leadership quality is now. What you are showing, though, Damian Crawford, is your divisive, narcissistic, my own rules, I want to be the leader quality. Not good enough, Damian Crawford. You're the next Andrew Holness if we give you that level of power in the country.
Yeah, man. No, I'm never pressure. Never pressure. Volunteer because we wanted efficiency on the committee. I was not in agreement with the way that the committee was being organized, and I thought that it would have led to high levels of inefficiency if that disagreement continued. So it was a volunteer for the benefit of the party and for the benefit of the committee. No dispute. Because we don't necessarily see eye to eye on one thing, don't mean that there's a dispute. Myself and Comrade Bunting worked very well in the Senate at a different level. So it's just that this particular committee, we felt that there was a level of inefficiency because we were at odds of how we thought it should have been managed. But there's no dispute. I'm still a spokesperson on education. And
Damien, don't tell we say there's no dispute. Because a difference of opinion has led you to step aside. That is not support or loyalty to an organization which you hope to use to lead the country, Damian Crawford. Jamaica, can you not see the Andrew Holness behavior? We have one power-hungry narcissist in office at the moment. Jamaica, we ought to be careful. All of the PNP, them except for Dr. Dawes, is very quiet. Very quiet. And we must be careful of Damian Crawford. Careful we don't end up with another Andrew Holness. Fool me once, shame on you. Andrew Holness did that. Don't let Damian fool us twice. And said, shame on me. Jamaica, the signs are in front of us. The power-hungry behavior. The narcissistic behavior. Damian don't have to remind us every minute, I want to lead this party one day. Damian don't have to every time he get the mic in front of him. Mark Gold in your inner me way. Damian, we're going to gear up. We're going to start digging up the bodies, Damian. Damian, we're going to start digging up the bodies. So when the election time come around, we can't just choke the carcass themselves. Damian Crawford. Damian Crawford. Danishka and Damian. Dan Ishker And Damien, we are watching you too. Danishka Williams and Damian Crawford. Yes, Danishka Williams, before she run for seat, whether she was one of Damian Crawford inch people. Yeah. Danishka Williams and Damian Crawford. We are watching you. We are watching you, Damian Crawford, because your behavior don't show loyalty. Your behavior show that you're ready to cause disruption in the People's National Party. At a time when the older we vlogger out here, along with Dr. Campbell, work to build back the base of the party. Spend with time. Up to this man, we get up a call and say, you know, the next election cycle, I'm going to take 2 weeks off as soon nomination announced. Because to say, me notice since something there, since election done, the support just drops up. People barely watch we content them anymore. So may I make sure the next election campaign, it's gonna be riotous. Make we make Damien finish his traitorous behavior. This wasn't needed for at this time. Damian Crawford. When you're in an organization, you comply with organizational rules and policy, Damian. And if you cannot comply with the organizational rules and policies, Mr. Crawford, you're not a good leader to be at the helm of those organizational rules and policies, you idiot.
Yeah, man, no, I'm never pressured. Volunteer because we wanted efficiency and the committee. I was not in agreement with the way that the committee was being organized, and I thought that it would have led to high levels of inefficiency if that disagreement continued. So it was a volunteer for the benefit of the party and for the benefit of the committee. No dispute, because we don't necessarily see eye to eye on one.
Hold on there. What I would want Damien to tell the public, because it's now become public, what is it? What is the structure or whatever of the PAAC that you disagree with? What you suggest that you think would be better? Tell us. Tell us what you think would be better, Damian Crawford. If you couldn't stick with the organization, stick with the party, and work out the composition of whatever is causing the problem, you just step aside so the car, you know, get feel or it not show leadership. It's a narcissistic behavior where it must be my way or no other.
Thing don't mean that there's a dispute. Myself and Comrade Bunting worked very well in the Senate at a different level. So it's just that this particular committee, we felt that there was a level of inefficiency because we were at odds of how we thought it should have been managed. But there's no dispute at all. I'm still the spokesperson on education, and I still have a voice that is able to speak on any particular issue. As I said, we wanted to ensure efficiency on the thing, and I've indicated that in pursuit of ambition, all persons, especially those of lower income and those who came from the grassroots, must ensure that they don't allow themselves to be trampled on in pursuit of ambition. And I thought that some of the ways that I was being dealt with was not up to my own standard. I will do nothing to hurt the party for which I am a member of, and
what the fuck
for which I hope
are you talking about? What are the standards, Damian Crawford? Can you brighter than we, Max? Can you check better than we? What are the standards, Damian Crawford? Explain them to us. The standard, the high quality standard that you demand and that you must be treated with, regardless, Damian Crawford, of the organizational rules. Eh? What is your standard, Damian Crawford? Tell us. Tell us, what are the standards of Damian Crawford? Is it being power hungry? Is it being narcissistic? Is it being selfish? What are the standards of Damian Crawford, which he has been treated below his standard? What are they, Mr. Crawford? Are you fit tell because you say that treatment was below your standards?
One day to leave. I've never been coy about my hope to one day be the chief decision maker. This is not a birthday party.
This is your problem. This is your problem. Power. Power. You're not going to follow no rule until you are the chief decision. Jamaica, on the bomber clock, listen, you know, when them attack to you way before, you know, listen. He's not going to comply with anybody decision making until he become the chief decision maker. Other than that, why you step aside? Why you don't work it out as a party? Damian Crawford. I wonder if you're going to cross the floor. Damian Crawford. Your mouth, that flippant mouth of yours. That flippant mouth of yours, Damian Crawford. You have the Trump mouth about you. You have the Trump mouth about you, where unlike Trump, which think he's the most powerful, you think you're the most brightest. And therefore, by being the brightest penny in the box, you deserve a better treatment and a special treatment, Damian Crawford.
For friendship. It's a party about ideological congruence. What I do know is that I have strong support within the party because I've made much sacrifices on behalf of the party.
Jamaica, are you hearing? What I do know, hey, go shut up. What I do know, he said, I have strong support in the party. Do you see Damian pushing a leadership contanglement? That's what he's doing, you know. That's what he's doing. Pushing a leadership contanglement. He's already telling us when it's ready to roll. I, says Damian Crawford, have a lot of support in the party. Damian already had divided people. Damian already had said, which side are you on? Because to say, if I become the leader, I'm the one who is going to share out the cabinet position or the shadow cabinet positions. Are you listening to Damian Crawford, Jamaica? Are you listening to another narcissist like the one we have in office right now, Jamaica? Damian Crawford cannot be trusted. Damian Crawford has not shown himself on this matter and in previous matters to be a team player. I never want to say this in the election campaign. Did you all notice during the election campaign, Damian wasn't one that showed that he unites along with the party? Look on all the major things they've done during the election campaign. Remind me how much time on us see Damian in our PNP shirt. How much time during the election campaign last year can you remember see Damian in a PNP shirt? Can you all remember seeing Damian Crawford in a PNP shirt throughout the campaign? I like Damian, you know. I like Damian, but the fact that I like you don't mean that I'm going to cover for you. Trust me. I like Damian very much. It's one of it. Other than Dr. Daz, it's one of them that I like. But liking a politician does not give him grace in my court. Not one bit of it. Damien was somebody I supported. But Damian Crawford is showing up himself. What we must not do is ignore it. Because before we gave Andrew Holness power in 2016, he showed his hands. And the people looked the other side. We must not do it again. We mustn't choose a leader that is centered on himself. That is what we did. That is why we end up with what we have for the last 10 years and which we will endure for the next 5 years. We shan't be doing that again. If Dr. Daz slip and slide the same way, we're going to come after him as well. The fact that we like a politician, the fact that we may favorite a politician doesn't give him any secure space around us. The secure space is to perform for the people of Jamaica, to do right by the people of Jamaica. In my view, since election campaign or since Dr. Dawes has been chosen as the candidate for his constituency, Dr. Dawes has been on constant message. As the shadow minister on health, Dr. Dawes is on message. Now let's turn to Mark Golden. Before the general election or before the local government election, I was not happy with Mark Golden's leadership. During the campaign, after the local government, in pick up a speed in the local government election campaign, it gave the party a signal. I thought they dropped back a bit before the general election campaign started. Policy-wise and demeanor-wise of the way politics is going in our country, I support Mark Golden on that. When he gets to power, though, the uptown politics being in opposition is not workable. I think Mark Golden's leadership of the People's National Party has been too quiet and classy. It doesn't serve for the politics that we currently involve in with the current regime in power. And I'm in total opposition to the quietness in the way Mark Golden is leading the People's National Party, leading the opposition, not robust enough, not fiery enough. So, all right, one may say, oh, they're doing this and that in Parliament. No, I don't think they're doing much. One, the Juliet Holness issue, which they are playing with us on. I told you how they can get rid of Juliet Holness from the high chair. They refuse to do it. Andrew Holness used that same thing against Portia Simpson. Because if you refuse to support the government legislative agenda and refuse to sit in Parliament with them until such, they will have to do it. Otherwise, Andrew Holness cannot get any legislation through Parliament. The PNP and Mark Golden is playing games with us on that. Why is it Mark Golden is acting so classy when Andrew Holness used the very same thing to bring down Portia Simpson government? They have the power to bring down Juliet off that chair. But the People's National Party is using words and class to play with you, the people. And this is my opposition to Mark Golden. I have said this weeks ago. I have lost confidence in Mark Golden leadership of the opposition. But I will not support Damian Crawford's bid for leadership of the opposition, because Damian Crawford is not far flung from Andrew Holness. The power hunger, narcissistic behavior, it is something that we must watch. We see where we are meat from it right now. Don't make that same mistake again, Jamaica. We choose one narcissist and see where we country there. Damien have to keep pushing it down with throat every day. I hope to lead the party one day. But when Damien come out and say, I have a lot of support in the party, Damian Crawford, people don't understand political speaking and know say this is a job you're jobbing at Mark Golden, Damian Crawford. People don't know say a knife Damian Crawford pull out. Damian Crawford basically I tell myself, when you choose me, when we get better leadership. Better leader, narcissistic leadership don't mean better leadership, Damian Crawford. Andrew Holness, remember, even the labor right them, Andrew Holness, trick them to go against Ardley Shaw, buy them out to go against Ardley Shaw. Maybe the country would be in a better position. No. If it was one of them old JLP who in a power long time and not one will just turn up hungry for power like Andrew Holness, get it and dry it all over the place. Mark Golden too quiet. No. Let's look at the social media war. Andrew Holness took to a podium just after I come from South Africa and declare war, information war. Go on the PNP them page and look, just like how we the vloggers, I'm not a vlogger, me a journalist, me have the qualifications. I have the academic qualifications to pronounce myself a journalist. I'm not a vlogger. When independent journalists like us come out here and show you all the way you see, Jamaica, don't make the same mistake again. Don't make the same mistake again. Damian Crawford assure we say who him is. What I want is power. What I want is to be the chief decision maker. Barring that, I will not follow the party code. Damian Crawford, all of us in employment, we don't agree with something in the company, but we grunt and bear it. We follow the organizational policy because it's the organizational policy. But you jump out now and come tell we, say you have, let me play again, make people hear what you say. You have enough support in the party. Damian is calling for a leadership battle. Otherwise, Damian no need to turn up and tell the media this on the day when Parliament are open. Damian could have said no comment. Damian could have released a constructive statement on the matter.
Yeah, man. No, I've never pressured. Never pressured. Volunteer because we wanted efficiency and the committee. I was not in agreement with the way that the committee was being organized, and I thought that it would have led to high levels of inefficiency if that disagreement continued. So it was a volunteer for the benefit of the party and for the benefit of the committee. No dispute. Because we don't necessarily see eye to eye on one thing, don't mean that there's a dispute. Myself.
Globalist, I'm not going to ask you if you hit the like button this morning because I'm tired of asking and I don't do it. But what I'm asking you all for is some £5 or $5 support, whichever country you're in. We're asking for some $5 support this month. I don't really hit like button, so it makes sense. Every day I'm going about the same thing we want to do. So me try something else. Can you all donate a $5? Media not free, no. Media is not free. Free, not cheap to run media. Trust me. Don't think to say I just have a phone and turn it on and talk. And also journalism go. Journalism, you have to spend a lot of money to bring information to you in the way that we do. Trust me, it's not cheap. And for quarrel, we don't over support every minute. It's not nice.
Comrade Bunting worked very well in the Senate at a different level. So it's just that this particular committee, we felt that there was a level of inefficiency because we were at odds of how we thought it should have been managed. But there's no dispute. I'm still a spokesperson on education, and I still have a voice that is able to speak on any particular issue. As I said, we wanted to ensure efficiency on the thing, and I've indicated that in pursuit of ambition, all persons, especially those of lower income and those who came from the grassroots, must ensure that they don't allow themselves to be trampled on in pursuit of ambition. And I thought that some of the ways that I was being dealt with was not up to my own standard. I will do nothing to hurt the party for which I am a member of and for which I hope one day to lead. I've never been coy about my hope to one day be the chief decision maker. This is not a birthday party for friendship. It's a party about ideological congruence. What I do know is that I have strong support within the party because I've made much sacrifices on behalf of the party. East Portland, not the least of it. So I have been a worker for the party. I remain committed to the party, and I think the party have seen my effort. And in time, I think they will reward my effort if it is necessary. The new rules of the party is that there's no election until 2 years. And the last one was 2025, and so the next one is 2027. It would be foolish of anyone to create any destabilization for 2 years. So we will see what happens at that particular point in time. However, as I said, I've never been apologetic of my desire to one day be leader.
Right. In that short conversation, we heard Damien. The Zelle is on screen, Gloria. It's right in front of us here. 1772-834-1647. Both the Zelle and PayPal is pinned on screen. Now, you heard in that brief conversation, let me look how much in minutes. This brief conversation of 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Twice, Damien told us of his ambition to lead the party. He also went on to tell us that he has a lot of support in the party. That alone, Damien Crawford, when you then went on to say, there won't be a leadership election until 2 years in the party. So it would be foolish of anyone to create any disruption now. It is precisely that 2-minute interview you did with the Observer, Damien Crawford. It's precisely what you did. That Damien Crawford, for anybody who understands political strategy and political move, that was an auditioning Damien Crawford. At this time, Damien Crawford, it threw up everything in the air, Damien Crawford. Long time, Sharon, because Damien Crawford, as I said earlier, has always been one of the least honor rights. he feel that him and Lisa was hard done by. And when we see him in the Senate, a rumpus and a go on, it was to get over in the representative, to be in the position where he can challenge anybody in the leadership. This Damian Crawford, few months on, is a leadership, is an auditioning for a leadership challenge. You told us in this short conversation twice of your leadership ambition. You told us of your support in the party. You told us of your sacrifices to the party. What is this, Damian Crawford, other than a leadership challenge and auditioning, drawing the knife and stabbing the leader in the back, Damian Crawford? What is it? When a Carl Crow, Damian Crawford, a wicked.
Yeah, man, no, I'm never pressure. Volunteer because we wanted efficiency and the committee. I was not in agreement with the way that the committee was being organized, and I thought that it would have led to high levels of inefficiency if that disagreement continued. So it was a volunteer for the benefit of the party and for the benefit of the committee. No dispute. Because we don't necessarily see eye to eye on one thing, don't mean that there's a dispute. Myself and Comrade Bunting worked very well in the Senate at a different level. So it's just that this particular committee, we felt that there was a level of inefficiency because we were at odds of how we thought it should have been managed. But there's no dispute at all. I'm still a spokesperson on education, and I still have a voice that is able to speak on any particular issue. As I said, we wanted to ensure efficiency on the thing, and I've indicated that in pursuit of ambition, all persons, especially those of lower income and those who came from the grassroots, must ensure that they don't allow themselves to be trampled on in pursuit of ambition. And I thought that some of the ways that I was being dealt with was not up to my own standard. I will do nothing to hurt the party for which I am a member of and for which I hope one day to lead. I've never been coy about my hope to one day be the chief decision maker. This is not a birthday party for friendship. It's a party about ideological congruence. What I do know is that I have strong support within the party because I've made much sacrifices on behalf of the party. East Portland, not the least of it. So I have been a worker for the party. I remain committed to the party, and I think the party have seen my effort. And in time, I think they will reward my effort if it is necessary. The new rules of the party is that there's no election until 2 years. And the last one was 2025, and so the next one is 2027. It would be foolish of anyone to create any destabilization for 2 years. So we will see what happens at that particular point in time. However, as I said, I've never been apologetic of my desire to one day be leader.
Abena, thank you very much for your donation. Very much appreciated. Colleen Dorman said nothing is wrong with his ambition. That's not what we're saying, Colleen. Is the disruption, is the stabbing in the back, is the auditioning few months after you get into the representative. This was an auditioning. This was an auditioning. There's nothing wrong with his ambition. That's not what we are saying. What I am suggesting is the way he's going about it is not trustworthy. It's not showing good signs. Because if he is saying here that there won't be a leadership race until the next 2 years, why bringing up this conversation now? Why telling us twice in the conversation of your ambitions to lead the party? And then you're telling us how much sacrifice you have made for the party. You also went on to tell us how much support you have in the party. That is an auditioning. This is not the time. Wait until 2027, 2028. When you're in the season for that, then you put yourself forward. Putting yourself forward now, keep telling us every time you get the chance, is saying to us, I have no confidence in the current leadership. He couldn't be saying anything else. then I have no confidence in Mark Golding's leadership. Is it the right time when Andrew can call a snap election next year? Or in 20, here what Andrew going to do with a clout. You see, when 2028, you see 2028, when you not have the leadership conundrum, that's when Andrew go move in pound of cloth with a snap election. Watch the ride. Watch the ride. You see 2028, because it's gonna be a nasty fuzzle, you know. 2028, the PNP are going to end up divided because Mark Golding won't, if Mark Golding remain as leadership in 2028, it won't be by consensus of the party. I doubt he will win by a vote either, because Peter Bunting, the other Machiavellian, who I dislike as much as Andrew Holness, I have no doubt will put his head forward. Dr. Daz better put him head forward. Because if I'm a Dr. Daz or Dr. Campbell, me not support nobody. Me fall off a loyalty with Damian Crawford because me no like where I take this at the moment. Yes, we know so you have leadership ambition. You don't have to make it sound so divisive so soon, Damian Crawford. But we want to turn to Lady Jesus. You know. We want to turn to Lady Jesus. Daughter of a criminal. Daughter of a murderer. Daughter of one who turned the helicopter gunship on the people of Tivoli Gardens. Yes, the criminal Bruce Golding. The hereditary politics in our country, where the daughter of a murderer, who our taxpayer money sent her to all sorts of illustrious schools until she get to law school. And by hereditary principle, she got her way into our upper legislative chamber. As to what? Now, let me tell you the fuckery we're going in at the Senate. How much liar. Let me tell you how the upper house, an upper appointed house, not like the American upper house, which is elected. Our upper house, like the British upper house, is appointed. Now, the purpose of putting people in what we call the Lords here, or you call it the Senate in Jamaica, is people with expertise. Expertise from different areas and background that can bring legislative ideas to the upper house. Now, Andrew Holness, let me count the liar them what Andrew Holness have over there. I don't know, help me if you don't know no more. You have Cam Tavares and his son. You have Shireen Golding. You have Juliet Holness liar. Who else seen have over there as liar? In a house where you appoint people based on expertise, we don't need 4 people of legal background. You could appoint 1 in finance, 1 in environment, 1 in this, 1 from the religious society, 1. This is how you appoint the Senate, to have a broad. When you bring in 4 liars, what you hope to achieve? So by hereditary, she get into the Senate. By hereditary, she get into the Senate. No. She come tell we say. No. See it in the context where Andrew Holness just enforce new tax pan we. In the context where Favor Williams I tell we say, you know, say for 10 years, we run the country and we never tax, you know, we never impose no new tax pan, you know. But because this storm lick on down so badly right now, and you can't build back on a house, you can't start back on a business, you can't even buy flour. But me I go tax on you. Now let's look at the syntax then. The cigarette, the rum, the sweet drinks, the this, the that. This though is the same government. The same government that is putting tax on sin products. It is the same government walking around, cutting ribbon and laculating the country with America lab-grown chicken in the name of KFC. Is those lab-grown chicken not gonna cause the same health effect of the cigarette and the rum and the this and the sweet drink? This is why I'm saying to you, the argument what the government make about health, ignore it. You cannot tax health for it to be, you cannot tax your way into good health. You can educate your way to good health, but you can't tax your way to good health. Because once the people have the money to afford the fuckery, they're going to buy it. How does that help or take away the burden from the healthcare system? How does that remove the burden from the healthcare system? How does that make us become healthier? These are the arguments them tend to make up when they want to come in our pocket. But it is at the same time when Sherry Golden, I tell we say when we buy one fish, we can make all heap of different meal out of the one fish. These are the people. Sherry Golden not tell we say that's what she done. And Sherry Golden not expect we to believe her. So when she buy a 3-pound size fish, she cook it in a 4 different meal. But isn't it ironic that when we in a situation where we don't have it, and when government impose more tax pan we, well, it go even worse for we. You have the daughter of a murderer coming out to tell us you're going to have you starve yourself more, especially of proteins. How much family in Jamaica can't even buy a 3-pound fish at the moment? Nasty Sherry Golden. Instead of teaching we how to take one fish and feed the multitude, why you not teach we how to make young girls or children, your children, Sherry Golden, stop sitting in a big man lap? How long may I tell you say you have stop walk and make pick them sit down in a Andrew Holness lap because they don't know where they must sit down pan. Under safeguarding rule, you can't take up people picking it put in your lap in England. You can't do it. And the Prime Minister regularly go everywhere, go take up people picking it, put pan in your lap and put up in our hand, and we don't know what the Prime Minister is doing. We live in a pedophilia society. Jamaica is a society which normalizes pedophilia. Jamaica is run by a pedophile kingdom, Britain. Jamaica is taking order from a pedophile president, Donald Trump. Why you keep making your children them sit down in a big man lap? Don't you understand? So we live in a child abuse world. I'm tired of Andrew Holness just walk and picking up people. But Sherry Golden, that was at Andrew, when Andrew Holness have Sherry Golden that time in lap. That was at Bruce Golden's 75th birthday. The table where Andrew Holness, Bruce Golden, and PJ Patterson did sit down. How much fish you did look at? You see how these people liberty taking? These people are telling us it get to the time when we're going to have to starve on ourselves more. This is all I'm getting out of what Sherry Golden is saying. Be prepared to draw on a hand. Be prepared to draw on a hand. One dege fish. One dege fish. Sherry Blair said if he cooks, Sherry, I don't know why I call him Tony Blair wife's name. Sherry Golden said if he make sandwich, if he cook soup, if he cook brown stew, if he cook excavage, if he cook. Is this girl serious? Nobody lap at all, Sharon. I don't know what Jamaica people get out of making them little girls just sit down in a big man lap. So it's not their father. And even Papa in a Jamaica in this world, you have to be careful. I have been regularly telling Jamaica people, why when I make Andrew Holness always a lift up on a bikini, make Andrew Holness always a put on a bikini, when I do it with, I know just Andrew Holness, when I make big man lift up on a bikini, make people put on a bikini and then lap. Safeguarding principles prevent that. It's to protect the child from being fingered and fondled in the name of uncle, family, friend, or whatever, you fucking idiots. You are putting your children at risk by just make any man can pick them up. You don't know what them. Hey, Jamaica, don't make me start on this morning. Don't make me start on this morning. Jamaica needs safeguarding principles to protect our children. We live in an abused world. We live in the world of the abusers. When you can't just make man just pick up on the children them so put on them lap. It's not acceptable. It is not on. Jamaica Prime Minister, you keep doing it. And me keep telling you so you're not to do it. Jamaica people don't understand safeguarding principle too. That you must not put the child in a position where that can happen or could happen. That's the purpose for safeguarding. Safeguarding. Keep them from harm. Keep them from potential harm and danger. Don't wait till it come. A lot of people are suffering psychological issues from all of these global abusers. Protect your little girls and your little boys. When it comes to abuse, you know, say the children them normally go for. What the hell is wrong with Uno? When you just make any big man pick up on a picnic put in a lap, so it's not on. Enough look where Andrew Holness and the good God Almighty. Jamaica people, when you not go learn? When you not go learn, say you don't wait until the scenario take place. You put measures in place to prevent it from happening. Jesus have mercy, these useless people. So we want you to teach with Sherry Golden. We want you to teach with safeguarding. As an attorney, Sherry Golden. Me and you got law school, so we know what policy mean, and we know the importance of policy, and we know the importance of protecting children. Sherry Golden. Oh, you have picnic sit down in an Angela right in front of us, so especially for the children. It's always the favorite and well-loved uncle turn out to be the abuser sometime. When Jamaica is going to take care of their children, when Jamaica is going to take care of their children. So Sherry Golden, teach with safeguarding. Teach with safeguarding, Sherry Golden. Don't teach with about diet. Don't teach with starve, Sherry Golden. Because me know say neither you nor your papa will kill off Jamaica people, will turn the helicopter gun upon Jamaica people and still get pension of how much a million a year. Nah, starve on yourself. And uno come introduce starvation to Jamaica people at the moment. Well, the government will sell with fish back. We not tell we say I know one fish. Fish served for 4 different meals. We don't mean fish share for 4 people, no. 15 piece today. Slap this side them and fry piece tomorrow. And then tomorrow you use the head and the bone. As such she say. And I miss. Hey, Jesus Christ. Gloria George, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for your donation. Anybody else want to dash a $5? She no mean say no Jamaica. Or no don't get it twisted. Say she has said when you cook one fish today, if you share for 4 people. No, that's not what Sherry is saying. Shireen is saying cook, slab off the side them today and cook. Tomorrow you use the bone and the head boil soup. The little crumb them well off over tomorrow. You use them make sandwich. Are them something the Shireen? Are them something the Shireen there? I tell you, with the one fish, you know? Shireen Golden, with the one fish. And that's for a family of 4. Each of those days, where she say, cut off piece of this, 3 pounds. 3 pounds. How much LB the fish weigh? 3 pounds. 3 pounds, she say. Listen, I think this girl is crazy. Because at one point I said, I wonder if she's speaking in code about torturing somebody. It's currently a chicken and ex chicken back storage in Jamaica. No, sir. At one point, I thought she was going crazy because I'm saying, is she speaking in code? Is she giving an instruction how to torture somebody or how to tie you up and cut? And then something that me I thinking because I couldn't think to say. 1 3 pound size fish, 3 pound weight fish. A family of 4 must make 4 nights dinner. Oh, and you know, say my favorite part, that ladybug. Party people will kill you for fish head, you know. Don't throw away a fish head in front of party people, make we sick, or we will do you up over with fish head. Fish head and fish eye is the most favorite part for party people, believe it or not. Fish head and fish eye are them there with favorite. So no make party people say a dash for fish head, darling. We will quarrel. Bad. Murder. Starvation. Lack of protein. Lack of Shireen Golden is saying, starve your family of protein. So Shireen, Lord God, the gravy and yam. We're going back to the barefoot food living, you know. Leave her alone. She's Jesus, sister, she know what it takes, what she's talking about. Ah, God. Hmm? A starvation, this is not Jamaica. Can you imagine you have piece of dry yam, a gravy and beverage, a gravy and beverage. You would have to go take them that piece of dry yam, or if you get one decent pea and you know dashing. You need open meat and gravy for yam dashing. Imagine your plate. Eh, cause you know how Jamaican yam. Imagine your plate with yam, dumpling, dashing, and potato, and a little piece of fish with sherry golden skim soft. And I say, all that little piece of bone, we have to go use piece cook tomorrow. We have to go use piece cook sandwich, and we have to go use the head and bone cook. So is this girl going crazy or what? But then as well, I wonder if boy, Almila, look how you been dressed up, Dodos, in a frock, wig, chicken breast, and high heels. I wonder if you get Sherry in golden. Because you the golden them in a cumbersome, you know. Almila. I wonder if Almila give Sherry Golden this dietary idea. Now, Miss Golden, this is not a genius plan. This is an overreach. This is an overreach. And more so, Sherry Golden, a disrespect to the people of Jamaica right at this very moment. Sherry Golden. It is a disrespect when we take you up and put in our Senate and give you $53 million every time you turn up. And Sherry Golden, I go tell we say, when you buy one fish, by the way, Sherry Golden, which one we have money for buy one 3 pound size fish right here now? Who have money for buy such size fish, Sherry? Which one are we? When Melissa just lick down with dear, have money. Sherry Golden, for buy one big 3 pound fish and make 4 night dinner out of it for your family. You know, so the girl don't have no sense. Either she don't have no sense or they don't have no respect for it. Because even when them are put on sin, tax pan sin, cigarette, sweet this and sweet that, them are tell we say, deprive yourself of normal protein like fish, but go and go buy the America lab-grown Bill Gates pedophile. You don't know if a sperm then take cultivate if a Bill Gates sperm then take cultivate these. Listen, we don't know attack them the nonsense from America. You see, in Europe, yeah, I hope America see them can sell you, you know. America meet them. America don't have standards in meat. Europe don't take America. I hope things from America like meat and milk and then something there. India don't take corn from America because it's only GM corn America have these days. So what we government need to do, rather than taxing sin, is to educate us how to be healthy. Return to agriculture in our country. One fish in Jamaica, 3 LB is about 4,500. Kiss me, Rampus. Now better you go fishing yourself. True, Abina, she tell we say, what the government do, we don't have to go draw my hand back, and have to go starve on ourselves. We don't have to go draw back on our hand, and have to go starve on ourselves. Because it say, where Andrew Oldness have come with a whole heap of Jamaican, I got in a problem. I mean, I see the PNP them. I trash through the information where we get so far at the moment, and I explain to the people them, and I highlight to the people them the turbulence to come with these tax where Andrew Holness put on pan with at a time when the most of Western Jamaica are higglers and small business people. Western Jamaica, where you see lick down with the a majority higglers and small business people. Uno should have all over whatever documents released already, chewing over it, making sure, Julian, that people understand the implications of what to come. Highlight to the people that the government even think about the tourism sector more than them, but that's all Andrew been doing since the hurricane anyway, because Andrew Holness make sure say him get the tourist sector a year before he impose a high tax on them. Years will be imposing this year. So even the tourism sector, the sector where Jamaica no benefit out of, the sector where Andrew Holness put a lot of recovery time, money, and effort into getting back up and running. When we in foreign book a holiday package, that money not touch Jamaica soil. When we pay for the flight and hotel accommodation, those money never get to Jamaica. Even the little profit where they make after selling food and beverages in Jamaica, them bankroll back to foreign. Jamaicans in the tourism sector is not in the middle management or higher upper echelons job. So we not take home no decent salary out of tourism in a Jamaica, peanuts. So when the Prime Minister spends fluid time and effort and resources to rebounce back the tourism system, are the British, the American, the French, and the Spanish, them who run the tourism industry in Jamaica benefit? Jamaica benefit fuck all from tourism. If we in a foreign to cut off with remittance tomorrow, when we say tourism don't make no sense in a Jamaica. It's still plantation work. It's still looking after white people's children. While the money never get to our country. The airfare and hotel money never get to Jamaica. So the little food and beverage money, it's no contribution to our country. We who send remittance to Jamaica every month, every week, we are do better than the tourism sector. Because the information will not keep telling we about this and about tourism, this and it's a lie. Jamaica not benefit not out of tourism. Zilch. Z-I-L-C-H. Zilch. Yeah, we not benefit nothing. So all I want to say, and Andrew make sure Montego Bay, St. James, them are not as bad as St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. Andrew make sure him get St. James up and running before anything else. Not people one light post, they not start lift up a party yet, you know. All you hear Darrell Vaz come out and claim victory. Promise made, promise kept. Up until now, a light post don't lift up in a party. But promise made, promise kept. We are playing with this government. Everybody's silent. Nobody now want to demonstrate. The PNP are lead with backwards. The PNP are lead with backwards because we were of the view that the 28th was going to be a stronger vice than the 14th. We have worked the maths out. 28 lesser than 14. Mark Golden. We are marching on to progress. Time comes, sound the alarm. At what point, Mark Golden, will the People's National Party sound the alarm so Jamaica lead Jamaica to the street over a protest against the tax? When will the People's National Party, our opposition, force a debate in Parliament on the oil drilling that is going to make earthquake lick down Jamaica? What's Sarah? Then, oh, Melissa, make a play back. Because we, like a few one of them, make a play back Brian this morning. Because Jamaica, this is dangerous, you know. Everybody a play hotskap. Everybody a protect them politician, and nobody don't want to say the whole way I go dead right now. Nobody don't want to say them take out insurance power bomber clot life. They're gonna pardon this. Sorry. But them take out insurance power. Huh? Them take out insurance power. So them sure. And look, you know. So much we never did. Then say, all right, make will JPS the
Making
land it and share it up. Jamaica people, there is worse to come. Let us listen back Brian Larkin's presentation one more time, because this is critical issue, and I'm going to drum it until Jamaicans understand that we're not having normal earthquakes, you idiots. Because everything on the things is God. When you Melissa, God is sending a warning to Jamaica. God is punishing Jamaica. You idiots. You normal fools. When you leave the poor old man and stop blame the old man, no? Leave God out on a blame game, I beg. When you not look somebody for blame game, leave God out of it. And look for who a walk and create the problem them. Anybody else want to donate? Let's listen to Brian Larkin. Because this is life and death in Jamaica. This is life and death. And nobody in our country, no politician. Darrell Vaz say it's fake news. Philip Powell say when we get elected, we know. Floyd Green and Darrell Vaz is having high-level conversation with United Oil and Gas. There's drilling onshore in Jamaica. There's drilling offshore. The calamity, Jamaica, the calamity is ever closer than you think.
Making license. United currently holds 100% of the Walter Morant license. It's just under 22,500 square kilometers, and it's located off the southern offshore coast of Jamaica. The license covers two very distinct basins, the Walton Basin on the left and the Morant Basin on the right. One of the most exciting features about this acreage is the quality of the source rock. It's of a similar age and type to the rocks that have generated billions of barrels of oil in places like Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and across the wider Caribbean. So far, we've identified approximately 40 prospects and leads with a combined potential of more than 7 billion barrels of recoverable resources. The project's economics are extremely attractive and are underpinned by a production sharing contract or agreement with the government of Jamaica with a low break-even oil price of roughly $25 a barrel. In a success case, for example, say a single 400 million barrel development well, the project could deliver an NPV value of around $4 billion US. So for a company of United size, having access to a license of this scale is quite unique. That's the kind of opportunity that would be the envy of much larger players. So moving to slide 4 and a quick recap on what's been achieved this year so far, and it's hard to believe we're in mid-October already. Well, it may have seemed quite quiet externally, we've been extremely busy and working very hard behind the scenes, both to de-risk the project technically and to advance our farm out campaign. Earlier this year, we secured an extension of the license through to January 2028, and that's important for two reasons. Firstly, it's a clear vote of confidence from the Jamaican government and from MSET, the ministry, in United's ability to deliver. Secondly, it gives us tenure and certainty on the license, which is critical for any farming partner. They'll need to know that there's sufficient time to execute and evaluate the full work programme and its results. We've also completed a risking evaluation report this year, pulling together all of the technical work from over the past year. And this has really been the highlight of the year for us for a couple of reasons. That report delivered two standout findings for us. Firstly, it verified a working petroleum system onshore Jamaica. And secondly, it confirmed that successful piston coring results offshore would significantly reduce the exploration risk and could trigger a major uplift in project value for us. This report's on our website, and I'd encourage all of our shareholders to have a read of it. We've also made real progress on permitting, securing the environmental approvals and the beach license in Q3. And excitingly, we've also signed an MOU to secure a vessel for the piston coring work, and I'll talk about that over the next few slides. So the piston coring survey. So on slide 5, what is the piston coring survey? Why now? And more importantly, why do we believe it will work? So in simple terms, the survey involves collecting between 40 and 60 seabed samples to directly confirm the presence of hydrocarbons at the seabed. Now, we already know that there's a working petroleum system onshore. That's been verified in the risking report. And historically, 11 wells have been drilled in Jamaica, 9 onshore, 2 offshore, all showing hydrocarbon presence. The last of these wells was drilled in 1982. We've also identified active oil seeps onshore, and we've shared photos and videos of those across our social media channels. The goal now, particularly with the piston coring work, is to connect the dots. It's to demonstrate continuity between that proven onshore system and the offshore basins. Now, that it will work. Well, we've already mapped vertical fluid escape features and seabed pot marks, which are strong indicators of hydrocarbon migration. The satellite imagery also shows repeated slick anomalies, suggesting that there's active seepage, and amplitude data indicates potential source intervals. So in short, if this program confirms hydrocarbons at seabed, it will provide evidence that there's an active petroleum system offshore Jamaica. And this would materially reduce geological risk. It increases the project's overall chance of success, which in turn we'd expect to see reflected in shareholder value. It's also a very powerful tool for our ongoing farm. So where are we? On slide 6. On slide 6, you can see photographs of the piston coring equipment on either side and a schematic image in the center showing how the process actually works. Essentially, the piston core is a long weighted tube that's driven into the seabed to collect samples of sediment and mud for analysis. Now, importantly, this work is low impact and it's environmentally safe. There's no disturbance or damage once the systems are collected. And to be honest, there isn't really much more to add to this. It's a straightforward, simple, delivers results. Our slide deck, there we go. Sorry, slide 7, it's jumped across. I hope everybody can follow it. The slide deck seems to lock on me there. But on slide 7, moving to slide 7, the vessel and our partner for this piece of the work program, TDI Brooks. For anyone not familiar, TDI Brooks is a US-based research and services company that specializes in exactly this kind of offshore geochemical and geotechnical work. They're very experienced, they're highly regarded internationally, and we've signed an MOU with them to secure the vessel. It's scheduled to be available in the fourth quarter of this year, but the current guidance is that that boat will come on contract with United in mid-December. The survey itself should only take about 2 weeks, and we expect to receive results in early Q1 next year. So it's a very short time frame for shareholders. There's also a significant cost saving by doing this work now. This vessel will be passing Jamaican waters en route to Trinidad, which means we will avoid the normal mobilization and demobilization costs, which is not insignificant. And needless to say, as we work through operations, we'll be updating our shareholders at every step along the way. Slide 8 looks at the risking uplift in a bit more detail and the commissioned risking report that we published just a couple of weeks ago. So as part of the mandate, we asked Lapidus to independently assess the piston coring program and the potential value that it could unlock for us. Excuse me. I've had a head cold for the last few weeks. I'm trying to shake off, so I do apologize if I'm a bit croaky. But the results of this independent risking report were excellent. The Cleary prospect's chance of drilling success improved from 1 in 5 to 1 in 3, and Oriel improved from 1 in 8 to 1 in 5. Now, as I've mentioned earlier, positive piston coring result would further de-risk the entire offshore play for us, effectively joining the dots between the verified onshore system and the offshore basins. An important...
The onshore verified, the onshore and the offshore basins. So them already certain of the oil onshore.
This uplift isn't just limited to those 2 prospects. It extends across the wider license. And if this work is successful, and we believe it will be for the reasons that I've outlined a few moments ago, this would represent a genuine step change in value, both for the project and therefore you would expect for our shareholders. So just to talk about the value a little bit more, and slide 9 puts some numbers behind that and what this could actually mean for shareholders. So according to the Tennyson research note published in July 2024, Cleary was valued at about $83 million net risk to United, and that was based on a 19% chance of exploration success. Now, I don't want to bamboozle anybody with numbers here, so stick with me, but the new risking report updates that success chance to 32% following successful piston coring survey. Applying those numbers to the Tennyson note increases Calibri's net risk value to around $140 million US. That's an uplift of $57 million to United's project value. Combine that with Oriel, and the total uplift reaches approximately $75 million US. And as I've said before, this de-risking effect carries across the broader portfolio of prospects and needs. So the overall impact for us could be absolutely huge. These numbers are supported by the more recent Tennyson note that was released last week. And again, I encourage all of our shareholders to have a read of it. It's on our website. The recent equity raise that we announced last week is specifically to fund this work, to unlock this value for our shareholders now. Beyond the immediate technical results, the survey will also add real momentum to the farm-out discussions, both technically and commercially, and we don't have to wait that long for the results. As I've said, we should have the results Q1 next year, so it's a very short time frame for shareholders. On slide 10, just to wrap up, it's been a short presentation, but I hope I've shown the technical rationale and the commercial opportunity that this program represents. A successful piston coring survey will contribute real evidence to support an active petroleum system offshore Jamaica, essentially joining the dots, as I've said. It will lift our exploration chance of success. If it's successful, it will materially enhance the project's value, and it will create meaningful upside for our shareholders. And in order to unlock that value, it's important for shareholders to support this equity raise so we can go.
Shareholders, it's about the shareholders. Jamaica people, you're not a shareholder, you know. You may want to ask Floyd Green, You may want to ask Darrell Vaz. You may want to ask Andrew Holness, Mark Golden, Philip Paulwell, Miguel Phillips. Who are these shareholders? Who are these shareholders? Isn't Jamaica about time the PNP, if they weren't online with the fuckery, force a debate in our parliament? It's about time somebody have discussion. Every time I listen to something, my head pain me, because the holy part dead body. What may I see? Every time I listen to this, my head pain me. Every time with the information of the United Oil and Gas come closer to drilling on the Henrique Planting Garden Fault zone, that which caused the Haiti 2010 earthquake. For the last 2 years, we have been getting earthquake. They are becoming more regular and they are becoming more seismic. Nobody wants to stop the oil drilling because you all want to get rich in debt. Because all we are going to end up with is dead bodies, damaged environment, damaged marine lives, with rich white people running off with our money as usual, and we get fuck all from it. It's about time. There's a debate in our parliament on this. Call your MPs, Labour Right or PNP, phone them, write to them, text them. Copy the site, copy the link from the United Oil and Gas website. This is why I'm telling you to read. There's 177 of you across the 3 platforms at the moment. Or app, or Global TV mobile app, which contains mostly or print news, is pinned in the top of the chat. Can we have some support on our app today, please? Let me see about 50 of you here joining our app today for our website. The news is free over there. We're writing about what the Gleaner isn't writing about. We're writing about what Observer, TVJ, and everybody is not talking about. Why you don't want to support the good information, them people? Why you love the liar stories? So, because you still sit down over Gleaner Nationwide and Observer with the lion story and not support, we are trying to keep on in the know. You hear nobody talk about island gas, boy. Yeah? Me and what's your name? Fifth Element are 2 when I drop it since burial. Jamaica not get nothing out of backside. We not get nothing out of the gold or the copper where them are mine at the moment. One thing we are going to get out of Isle. Where Isle, anything under we foot belong to Prince Charles, the pedophile prince, the pedophile king. Everything under we foot belong to the pedophile king. Why you think we are going to benefit out of it? Ask the people of Niger Delta. Ask the people of the Niger Delta. What have you benefited from the oil? And ask Shell Company how rich they have become out of the Niger Delta. So, uno sit down, uno make them rich out of sugar cane, cotton, banana, and all sort of fuckery already. And uno make them rich again out of backside gold and copper, and I go fix them back up with oil. Go on about the business, yeah? Because I'm not ready for the war yet. Uno go want to sit down and hear the gossip story them. If I did mix up me have over here this morning, me wouldn't have space for whole people. But me can't do the mix up, but me not do it. Me good pan mix up. Opal Myers, thank you very much for your support. Me good pan mix up in Jamaica. This is not the time for it. When you come to mix up me A-class pan that, me can tell you yourself. It, though, is not the time for that. We have more serious business, like the mass deaths to come, the mass graves that we're going to have to dig across. So, these won't be expensive funeral. Thank you. These won't be expensive funeral in Jamaica. We're going to have to dig mass grave because when the road them bust up and broke up and nobody can get to it, and the 6 helicopter with the government can share up, and the body them can't pile, pan we like in a Melissa. We are going to dig mass graves. We can stop it though. We can do something to stop it. We can unite and stop it. We can see the danger where we are left with children and grandchildren, them inner. You worthless people. What if the slaves, the so-called slaves, were to just sit down and fold their fucking hands? You think I could be here talking today, you idiots? Anyway, go on about your business before you raise your blood pressure this morning. Because these people, can we have at least 50 people joining our mobile app today, please? Or not just there for the content, for vloggers. I know someone there look content, you know. No can. So just build one fake email. If you don't want to build an email with it identify, just build one fake email and join with app. It's an information war. Don't you want to get involved? We can't make Andrew Holness win. Andrew Holness stand up and declare an information war pan with Jamaica. And Uno out there in a wonderland, I go make Andrew Holness win because we were out here fight the war pan on the behalf of our support with. Anyway, thank you all for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support as always. And to those who have donated, thank you so much. Appreciate your support. To those who have downloaded our app already, who are interacting with our articles on our website and in our app, thank you. To those of you who haven't yet, what are you waiting for? It's time to come on board. All fruits ripe. Shake the grape tree. A grape is there for you and me. You remember Andrew Holness said that in South Africa? We've been giving away for free. And to top it off, we've been taxed as a broth. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night, we gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down, war and cry. Fight down, me say Rastafari. War and cry and do that righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah,
Rastafari, serve all people.
and we love Jah, we love Jah, we love Jah,
Rastafari, preserve all people.
Put time away again. Listen, yeah. So just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Day or night, we gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down, war and cry.
Fight down, war and cry.
Rastafari, war and cry. And build righteousness, and we love Jah. And we love Jah Jah. And we love Jah Jah.
Jah Rastafari, preserve all.
And we love Jah Jah Jah. Me love Jah Jah.
Jah Rastafari,
Me love Jah Jah.
Jah Rastafari, preserve all.
Me love Jah Jah. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.